Short sword Jass found herself facing a series of trials to prove her strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, and charisma in part 2 of this interview. She battled against sand constructs, crumbling pillars, poisonous gland fluid, an on-the-spot quiz, and an overused riddle, leading to her finally convincing Odessa that she should be hired because Oddjobs was short-staffed. Jassifer was hired on the spot, Odessa welcoming the goblin to the team before the latter asked what her pay would look like. And that's where we are right now. That's why you're one of my elite employees. Employee of the month, maybe. Who knows? Do I have other employees? Yes, I do. You're in competition. Oh, it's tough. It's
50-50 between me and Clover for field agent of the month.
So tough. So difficult. I'll have a whole month to decide, though. Anyways, shall we... And she gestures to the elevator.
You were going to mention those rates, right?
Oh, right. Okay, yes, you are paid a percentage of whatever we receive for a contract. So let's say the contract is 100 gold, right? Now, you and Clover get a percentage, and that percentage is split between the two of you. So that would mean, I don't know, probably like 10 gold.
And that's just while I'm training, right? Because you're not going to pair me up with Clover, permanently.
Oh, the trials are over. You're a full-time employee now. No training necessary. I'm fully convinced that you're incredibly capable. You could be sent out on solo missions, that is true. But for now, unless we hire more help, which is unlikely because that's expensive, you'll be working with Clover on most occasions.
Okay, what's the percentage?
20% of the total goes to employees, and then that's split amongst the employees?
40%.
Give me a charisma check of your choosing. And she's going to roll a wisdom save against it. Okay. She did roll high.
I'm going to say performance because I think I'm putting on like a kind of a business person's hat right now. Jassifer is not a mercenary. She's not used to negotiating.
She does have a commanding presence, though, so she's not one to be just folded over, even though this has been an incredibly mind-boggling experience.
Yeah, I don't think I want to intimidate this woman.
Right.
Although I do have a higher intimidation skill. Dice Christ rewarded me for character-based decisions. 16 plus 2, that's an 18.
18. Oh my god. Okay, well, she rolled exactly an 18, and she adds nothing to her wisdom saves.
Otherwise, you're asking Clover to take a pay cut.
I'm not really stung about that, if I'm being honest. She does have kids, but I mean, that's on her, right? But listen. I hear what you're saying. Let me take a look at the contracts that you already signed. I'll check them out, see if there's any wiggle room. They're incredibly binding, though, so we'll see. But yes, I'll check them out, and I'll see if I can switch the rates up or whatever. You know, business and all that.
Okay. Jassifer resolves to, she's just gonna have to do time theft against this company.
And you also definitely clock that, like, she would have just been like, no. But you managed to, like, make her go like, okay, yeah, you know what, I'll think about it. I'll, like, look at the contracts. Technically, I don't have to do this, but I'll take a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna do time theft still.
I'm doing time theft, so... All right, so Odessa leads you to the elevator. Now that you're an official member of the team, we have a few minor admin tasks to complete. You have your uniform. You also will have access to any equipment that you might require. You know, this is a perfect time to give you a little tour of the facilities.
When I was resurrected, my things were missing. You don't have a thing retrieval team that you send ahead, do you?
You're welcome to hire us to go hunt down your equipment if you'd like.
And add to my debt? No, thank you. I'll find it myself.
Excellent, good. I mean, because to be honest, it would just be us sending you out or Clover, and we'd have to do
I would pay you for that. Okay, great.
Crazy, yeah. All right, so the two of you enter into the elevator. She presses the closed door button, and you, again, get a look at all these insane-looking buttons and, like, levers and shit on this elevator. She's, like, eyeing them all with an intensity of someone who actually does know what each and every single one of them does. All right. Well, you've done Most of the third floor, but we'll just do a quick stop there. She hits the button, and the elevator, contrary to what you had done before, where it was like a nice, slow, gradual rise up, rockets up to the point in which you flatten against the floor of it, and then just like stops, and you are flung to the ceiling. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ow. 14.
You save. You manage to you're athletic enough that I think you just throw your hammer above you so it takes the impact, and then you drop down and land.
Oof. My knees are a little sore after that one.
Wow, very impressive. Most people die on the elevator. All right, the doors open, and
I wonder if she doesn't have any employees.
I can't get this elevator tested. It might be because I'm refusing oversight, but still. It
was really normal with me before.
That's crazy. It's never normal. I don't know. Maybe you did something. Maybe you broke it, but it's fixed now, so don't worry.
Oh, maybe it's my goo.
This climbing up towards your ear, you push it down
Stop
again.
It.
She gestures to the vast, beautiful observatory. As you already know, this is where you can find my office and Ollie's. We typically meet up here for mission briefings before heading to the Eventrium for departure.
Got it.
You just see this massive, many-ringed gyroscopic device that just glows with this gold and amber light. Various ding, humming and clicking and machinery moving throughout the space. This vast city rising beyond and many asteroid burrows connected to each other.
You have a lot of stuff going on here. It just seems like a pretty big operation for one field agent.
Oh, well, don't worry. Fetch is incredibly competent. He's my front desk, personal assistant, general everything. And then we have a few other employees. Don't worry. This is a small, close-knit team, but...
Right, you said we're a family now?
We're a family, yes, exactly. We're family now. You're my beautiful daughter. She pats your head. Niece, sure. So, anyways, on with the tour. She presses the button. The doors close. And eventually, jostles down to the second floor, and the doors open. Oddly, this floor actually looks like an office floor. You see a short hallway lined with standard doors labeled with gilded wooden plaques. Odessa struts out. Here you'll find the main conference rooms: conference room A, conference room 2, and conference room green. And with a flick of her wrist, you see a number of doors click and open to reveal these clean chambers with long wooden tables and old office chairs.
Is it green inside conference room green?
It's blue.
That tastes like blue.
You could still taste the colors, can't you? The gland fluid does not go away.
My stomach makes an unsettling noise.
It's a part of you now. Anyways.
While we're on the tour, where's the bathroom?
Oh, there is one up here, but there's also one on the first floor. Please wait. All right. I'm not finished. Hold it in. I mean, jeez. Anyways, you see she walks past these rooms, and you're seeing a blank screen on the wall for presentations, these tinted windows to look out on the starry expanse if it weren't for the shades that have been pulled down. There's just all of this strange sort of technology and aesthetic that she's just brushing by. She comes up to a door with a plaque. This is where one of the most important departments is, HR. And you look at the plaque and it just says HR and then a single name, Daniel. She pushes open the door, and inside you see a small office packed with filing cabinets, meticulously organized but absolutely lined with these iron gray filing cabinets stacked upon each other. Piles of documents, again, perfectly placed, but just so much of it throughout this entire space. Then between all of it, nestled amongst it, is a desk where no one is sitting.
Is he on lunch?
Daniel, how are the resources today, human? And she's just talking to this chair.
I guess I look left and right, maybe I'm being punked.
Give me a perception check.
That's a 2.
Hey, you look around. I mean, even with a 2, it's just the two of you in here. There's all this stuff, but there doesn't seem to be a person. In fact, the way the things are set up makes it look like someone has not touched anything.
This woman is unhinged and frightens me. I say, "It's nice to meet you, Daniel. I'm Jassifer, newest field agent.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry for being so rude, Daniel. This is Daniel. He runs HR here at Oddjobs. And then she, comes over and, whispers to you. He's very shy. So, keep that in mind. Daniel, Jass just joined the company. We're going to need to put in some paperwork for payment. I believe it already has come across your desk from Ollie, who I sent down. I'm going to talk to Cindy after this and send some interview intake to you. But just, do you mind prioritizing it? We need to get them on staff immediately. The goo is not a part of that, by the way. Just the goblin. Again, met with complete silence. Excellent. Okay. Jass, are you from a world with a centralized tax structure?
Yeah.
Great. Do you have experience with an I-9, W-2, 1099, any of that sound familiar?
No, we put coins in a well once a year.
Coinwell. Total scam. Anyways, in case your mortal form expires, do you want to request a revival and retrieval for the standard fee?
Yes.
Good. Don't worry. It's much cheaper if it's in your contract.
That makes sense.
Anyways, let's see. Anything else, Daniel? Anything else? Completely silent. Excellent. We're just doing a little tour, but at some point Jass will come back down, or you could always call us if you need anything. All right? Any questions, Jass?
Nice to meet you.
Silence meets you. Okay, bye. And she shuts the door and then heads to the next office, and you see that this one is labeled Doc's office. Now, from time to time, very rarely, I would say, like one in every, billion missions, I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up, you might find yourself grievously injured.
Right.
It's very unlikely, but it's possible.
Like how I arrived here.
Yes, I would say that might be your first and only time that happens, probably. Anyways, you can always come here to our on-staff healer who will make you feel right as rain. For a much reduced fee. The doors swing open, and inside you see a small doctor's office that looks like it was taken over by a practicing witch. There's dried herbs hanging from the cabinets where potions and tinctures are stored, a long, gnarled wooden staff leaning against the wall, mushrooms growing from random surfaces. It smells of sage and incense, dirt, ginger, echinacea, and just smoke in general, and it's all lit by these small wax candles. Most of the rest of the space is taken up by a large, hulking furball, this giant creature with faded violet skin, thick, messy white hair, dark, sunken eyes, one of which you see is misty and gray. It wears a cloak of animal furs and natural fibers woven together. The moment you enter, this being turns slowly but surely, looking at you. And then its grumpy demeanor immediately shifts to a friendly big smile with these huge yellow teeth. Miss Odessa and a new friend! And Odessa smiles and goes, our newest employee and my niece.
No, I'm Jassifer. I'm not her niece. It's nice to meet you.
We're working out the details. Doc nods and goes, welcome. My name is Rumex Racinis, but you may call me Doc. Can I get you anything? Tea, chewing herbs, something stronger?
Maybe just a sobering up potion if you have that.
Those ones we actually do for free because of just, company parties and everything. He goes and has to really get as small as he can to go underneath one of the cabinets and reach in and with just two fingers opens up this tiny little cabinet and pulls it out for this rack of potions to pull out. He sifts through them and plucks one, the same sort of bluish potion that you saw Odessa drink, and he tosses it to you.
Crazy that is part of the interview process. I take the cork out and drink it.
You guys were drinking during the interview?
Oh, you didn't have to do that?
He looks to Odessa, and Odessa goes, I was thirsty. I don't recommend heavy drinking. It is not good for the liver.
Thank you for the medical advice. I'm sure I'll be back.
I know you will. Claps you on the shoulder. Odessa goes, Doc, it was lovely to see you, but we are going to continue our little tour. I'm so sorry, I'm being so rude. Jassifer, Do you have any, medical documentation on you? You got a medical card? Anything?
Medical, like a marijuana legal card?
Yeah, like a legalization. I don't know, any sort of medical materials you might have on you.
No, I don't carry. All of my things are gone, even if I had that kind of thing.
Oof. So sorry to hear that. Well, if you want to come by, we can have physical, or you can just, if you happen to know the information, we can have a private conversation about any sort of details you want to discuss, sort of medications you might need, and just come by anytime.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. It was lovely to meet you. You said Jassifer was your name?
Yes, Jass it's fine.
Wonderful to meet you, Jass.
Jassifer feels calmed by this person's presence. It's kind of like a healer that she might have known in one of her goblin camps.
There is a warm, caring adult figure here, and you yourself, you're an adult. You're middle-aged in goblin years. You've spent many times on this earth, but there is nothing more comforting than finding someone who is older or more experienced than you, who is like, hey, I got you. I know what this is like. I know what part of your age you are and how you're handling what's going on right now, and I'm just here to help. Mm-hmm. Well, very lovely, very lovely. Look, we'll be back soon. Hopefully hopefully Jass won't be missing a limb or something, but just in case, get that ready.
Which limb?
I don't know. Could be any limb, right? Which one's your favorite?
No, I'm not going to answer that, just in case.
Very smart, very wise. The two of you exit from there, and she shuts the door, and you continue to follow her. She goes back down the hall to the elevator, pressing another button as you scamper in, and the doors close behind you, falling down towards the lobby where you had entered in earlier. She steps out, and you see Fetch turns back, noting your entry, and goes, Miss Odessa, did you look lovely today? And Odessa just is like, yeah, not now, Fetch. I'm giving a tour. God, so inappropriate, commenting on my looks at work.
What was that guy's interview process like?
Oh, he's an intern.
Oh.
He's here for college credit. No interview necessary.
That makes sense.
Yes, I've been keeping him for quite some time. I believe his college got foreclosed or something. I don't even know if it's even a university anymore.
I feel an unusual stab of pity.
Don't tell him. It'll probably be devastating. I don't actually even know if that's true or not. Anyways, she walks away and goes to that door that's right next to the elevator, which just goes deeper into the facilities. You follow after her, and she stretches her arm in presentation. This is the Aventrium. And you see a large workshop-like space, a staging point, if you will, where you see the beaten-to-shit company van pulled in through a set of garage doors on the wall to your left. On the opposite wall, you see a large archway built into the brownstone wall, glyphs carved into each brick. This gate, this void of light, just this black, inky darkness. On the right side of the room, you see another doorway labeled Break Room, as well as several posters, one that reads Adventure, a synonym for hard work, depicting a knight getting crushed by a dragon's claw. Another that reads Success, failure is not an option, with that same knight surrounded by rabid-looking gnolls. And finally, Determination, you're not allowed to give up, depicting that same knight now missing an eye.
You weren't joking about the limb thing.
I always have to bring it up. Limbs come and go, but family is forever. So I always say. There's a large table here for meeting or maybe packing supplies before you get into the car. And you see that it's lit by these large floodlights above. It's very much a warehouse-like space that is somehow fitting inside of this brownstone.
So this is where we were supposed to land.
Yes, this is the launch pad and, re-entry for all of our operations. If you're going on an adventure, this is where you'll meet. And hopefully, where did you actually land, just for the record? I haven't heard anything about this.
Somewhere on that big asteroid back there.
I'll talk to Fetch about it. Anyways, follow me. She strides across the room, you chasing after her. She opens the door to the break room with a flick of her wrist, and inside you see a stereotypical break room for an office. A small kitchenette with a fridge, water cooler with paper cups, an old coffee maker, and then this big pink vending machine. You had asked about a vending machine earlier, you're gonna get one, labeled Magivend, Magivend. And it's filled with a variety of strange items that don't seem to be normal snacks or drinks. There's just all these weird things, and right next to where you see like where a keypad would normally be, you see a small glass window with a little man wearing overalls just like sitting in there playing on his phone.
Okay.
You like are looking at that for a really, really long time.
What's he holding?
He's on his break, so stop watching him.
I avert my gaze.
We have a combi oven microwave. That's the situation room over there. That's the locker room that leads down to the gym and everything downstairs.
Sorry, did you say situation room?
Yes.
What kind of situation?
She gestures.
Unable to turn down a challenge. I will go and peek in the door.
You peek in the door and see a toilet.
Right.
Anyways, and as you're having this moment, the door opens again and you see the rabbit folk Clover enter in. She looks like she's cleaned herself up a bit, definitely looks a little battered and beaten. She immediately like perks up, awake seeing you and Odessa. Clover, darling, it is wonderful to see you. Clover gives a quick nod and a smile. Howdy, boss. Glad to see you are alive, Jass.
Yeah, haha, for now. I glance nervously at Odessa.
Odessa nods. We're just giving her a quick tour of the facilities. I got a little note from Fetch through Ollie, and you see, like, you're in your head kind of like, when did she get this note? How does she have this information? She goes, oh, there was some incidents on the way home. And you see Clover go, yeah, there were some vehicle malfunctions, and I mean, I noted it all in my report to Fetch. She goes, oh, yes, I understand. I know it's company van. It is the greatest piece of technology, but it if you ride her too hard, and you see her go, yeah, I know.
That'd probably be me. Sorry, it's first time in the driver's seat, so I was kind of slamming on the brakes harder than I should have.
Give me a deception check.
Nat 1.
You see Odessa looks to you, and I think the biggest thing you clock here is Clover looks to you and looks shocked, kind of like really confused why you would lie, and then it dawns on her that you're trying to cover for her, and you see Odessa goes, Right. Well, listen. I heard that the authorities were called, and that maybe you had to interact with them. And Clover goes, yeah, after the van came to a stop, avoiding using the word accident, we were intercepted by the Stellar Sentries and their medical services. You see Odessa like rubbing her temples and rubbing her forehead. Okay. What did you say to them? And she goes, well, I kind of gave him the card you gave me for emergencies. Nessa again goes, all right, well, that's the last time we're going to be able to get away with anything in front of these guys. That was my one get-out-of-jail-free card. You used it on this?
I look insulted.
Oh, it's not you, darling. It's mostly, I guess it is you. Listen, we don't have any more of those, so next time you go out, please be a little bit more careful, okay? Don't drive so crazily. And she looks at you, but you can tell that she's talking to Clover with that statement. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so yeah, this is the employee break room, a place for you guys to relax and get to know each other, and, it's got the finest amenities, and if you need anything, just put it on that sheet over there, and you see, like, a sheet that has a long list and many different handwritings of, like, various requests. Only one of them has been checked off, and it is not legible, so you don't even know what that request was for. You look at all these clearly outdated and overused amenities. Clover kind of like raising her eyebrow and giving you a flat line smile before going, all right, well, I'm just going to grab a cup of coffee and then maybe just take a quick sit down and eat something. Then I'm going to head home for the night, okay? And Dessa goes, yes, of course. Thank you again. Great work today. Love you.
Where do I live?
Do you not have a home?
I did. Erdheim. I'm not there anymore.
Right, the commute. Oh, it's better to get an apartment here in the city. I get it. Listen, she puts a finger to her temple. All right, great. I've let Holly know, and he's going to get in contact and send word to Cindy. We're going to go see her next, so she'll be able to at least get that process started for you. You don't have a lot of income, but we'll sort it out. After that, you see that Odessa goes, wonderful. Anyways, on with the tour.
Yeah, bye, Clover.
Clover looks at you and gives us small smile and a little wave as the door closes and you follow after.
I frown.
She looks puzzled. The door closes and Odessa leads you into the elevator, which she scans and goes, let's see, you don't need to go there. That's not for you either. Ooh, need to know basis on that one. Here. Presses a button and it just drops. Full free fall. She begins to float. She goes, God, this is so fun. Built-in roller coaster. And as you are about to like crash to the ground, she casts Feather Fall, and the two of you just like float for a moment and land as it stops at the next floor.
I don't love that, by the way.
Listen, if you're attracted to inanimate objects, that's your business. Whether or not you love the elevator, keep that on your private time, okay? Anyways, so the doors open. She goes, you remember the basement. You can get to the secret sub-basement from here, but that's for another day. You can get any equipment you need from here, yada, yada, yada. You know the deal. She closes the doors again. It goes down one. She almost looks annoyed now. Like she's like her mood just keeps changing really rapidly. Mm-hmm. And she's like tapping the buttons. You can give me an insight check.
I could also ask Clover to give me the rest of the tour if you're busy.
No. Clover, she works hard. You know she's a mother, right?
Of 7, I heard.
Of 7?
If it's possible, I rolled a 0. Not 1, -1.
Oh my God. Okay, I honestly think that you may not even, like, we are clocking her mercurial kind of changes, but like Jass like really isn't realizing that. I think that makes total sense.
I'll keep badgering her with questions. You could really kind of extend me a line of credit or something for the apartment. It's the least you could do. I'm kind of helping you out in a way.
How do you even know what a line of credit is?
I don't. Well, I have one at a bar. It's unclear.
She points out like the gym, like the free weights, all these treadmills, all this stuff. This office has everything that you'll ever need. A place to exercise, relax, and practice. There's even a bowling alley if you can find it.
I won't try to find whatever that is.
Well, you're not going to have any fun on Friday night if you don't go there.
Then why is it so hard to find?
She closes the doors and hits a much lower button, causing the elevator to drop several stories past a number of floors that at this point you have no idea what they could possibly contain. Before, again, she feather falls you at the last second and you gracefully stop and the doors ding open and you see literally a 10 by 10 foot room. Like this opens up into this room. Again, a few more filing cabinets, a tiny stone desk with folders, quill, ink, and abacus, a set of scales, and then a short, literally like no bigger than a foot high hallway behind said desk, leading about like easily 30 plus feet into God knows what, where you see a golden glow and a much larger room that just is not accessible.
Who works here?
Cindy! And as she calls that out and you get a look again, the decorations of like a framed economics degree, a CPA, and then this painting of this ancient red dragon breathing fire upon scores of humans that are fleeing into a burning countryside.
Nice decor.
And then you begin to hear it. Louder and louder and louder, and then smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as a voice booms out.
Who disturbs the skirt of the wretched waste?
And Odessa is just completely unfazed as this, like, you see what would have been a giant dragon shrinking and getting smaller and smaller and smaller as exiting from this tiny little passageway is a blood scarlet scaled kobold. This tiny little draconic being, just as tall as you, marches into the room, grabbing and like putting on a set of pince-nez before hopping into the seat.
You interrupted my counting.
Nice to meet you. I'm the newest employee, Jassifer.
What's that mucus?
And points at the red ooze that is again trying to crawl up your neck like slime mold almost.
Just some goo that hitched a ride.
Gross.
I agree.
And then Odessa goes, yes, so this is our newest employee. I believe Ollie sent word about her. And you see Sini kind of looks to you. There's a strange, like, hunger in her eyes. Not simply, though, perhaps partially rooted in, like, the physical need of hunger, but then also more like an appraiser valuing a gem.
A new employee,
Odessa nods sheepishly. Yes, and I know that it isn't exactly in your budget, but... Sindaris slams a tiny fist on the desk, barely any impact, and a tiny bit of smoke comes out of their nose.
You're damn right it isn't in the budget. You're lucky that last agent... quit.
And Odessa smiles politely, leaning forward in a suggestive way, though you can't possibly tell what she would be suggesting.
Zod, I was there.
Zod is dead too? I mean, sorry, what was that?
Odessa ignores all this and goes, may I remind you whom the treasures that you guard belong to? And Sindaris, a.k.a. Cindy, looks at her through these narrowed yellow eyes for a long beat before extending a clawed hand to you.
Welcome to the company, Jassifer. I am Sindaris, but you may also call me Cindy.
Thanks. You work in accounting?
Yes, I am in charge of all things money here at Oddjobs.
And you see Odessa cuts in. Now, Jass is a very special case. Our most recent job was actually to revive her, but whoever called the contract left her to pay the bill. Isn't that hilarious?
Wait,
now, anyways,
so that usually doesn't happen?
No, that, I would say, pretty much never happens.
So you didn't call for them to revive me. Someone else did.
Oh, yes, God, no. Why would I revive you? I don't even know you.
I don't know.
I just met you, my niece. My beautiful niece.
Yeah, thank you, Aunt Odessa.
Wow. Yes, she's a special case. We're going to be paying her the standard salaried rate, though she did want to try and negotiate a little bit more, and she's very convincing, and she is my special family. So we're going to talk more about that, of course. But anyways, yeah, she'll be paying for a revival and retrieval in standard monthly installments. We can either dock it from her pay or, have her decide how much she wants to be paying.
Yeah, you know how sometimes when you go to an interview, if it's a really good company, they'll pay for your train ride there or whatever, your hotel if you're from out of town. On account of the fact that the second time I died, I was on my way to the interview, it would, I think, be a show of good faith if you were to maybe waive half of that fee.
Okay. So, give me a persuasion check.
I don't expect to be very persuasive to these people, but you know what? I have to say it.
Jass would absolutely try.
Oh, I rolled not terribly. I got a 16.
Sindaris looks to you again with this hungry, analytical look.
You sustained injuries on company time from the previous job to here. Is that correct?
In the broken van, yeah.
Had you already become an employee here?
I had a provisional offer from a field agent.
Give me another persuasion check, but this time with advantage. This one is actually for Odessa. That was for Cindy that you were rolling there, and this one is for Odessa.
Another 16.
I don't know if that's a thing, but I don't also know not that it's not a thing, so I can't really argue with that, Cindy. Maybe you can look into trying speaking with the city, see if getting those medical fees waived. I had to use my get-out-of-free-jail card on this. I didn't even use it. Clover used it. Cindy just nods and goes,
I'll look into it. Perhaps insurance will cover whatever. What you were probably... You died? Is that what you're telling me? You died on the way back?
Yeah, I died a second time.
Do you happen to know what means they revived you with? What spell?
I guess true resurrection? I was dead.
Odessa goes, well, you definitely we truly resurrected you, but I don't really think that the mages or the clerics of the Stellar Centuries are qualified to do true resurrection, so probably just a revivify. It shouldn't be that hard of a fee to get waived.
I didn't even know who did it to me. I figured it was Clover.
Oh, she's good, but not that good. And Cindy goes,
all right, yes, it sounds like one of their mages used revivify on you, so I'll speak with the city and see what we can negotiate. I'll keep you posted.
Great, so I owe more than one party. Okay, this is good. That's good. I'm in debt with an additional party I didn't know about.
Yep. But the good news is that it looks like Oddjobs is going to try and negotiate on your behalf to reduce
nice.
Whatever fee.
There should be some benefits, I feel.
Yes, it seems like there's mostly cons with this job, strangely enough. Now you see that Cindy begins to scroll down information, very old schools, like using a typewriter rather than a computer and like an abacus, like shifting things around.
Okay, tell me, what was your most recent credit score?
I'm so used to going to the doctor, I thought you were going to say, when was your most recent menstrual cycle?
When was your most recent menstrual cycle?
I'm in goblin menopause.
I'm in goblin menopause. Oh. Odessa be like, ooh.
Odessa be like, me too.
Me too, darling, me too. Who isn't? And Cindy's like,
yes, I think we're all menopausal here.
We're all menopausal here. This is good. Keep this in.
This is good. This is clippable.
I don't know what that is regarding the credit score.
Okay.
Do I have to have credit to get this job?
No, sorry. I'm just looking through the paperwork. Ollie had noted that you don't have any apartment lined up in the city. You're from a world called Airtime?
Yes, yeah. I'm happy to rough it, though, if there's just a shitty room somewhere or even a tent and a bedroll in some government land.
You see, like, Cindy and Odessa exchange looks.
Or a closet here.
Real estate is very complex.
Odessa goes, the most evil of industries.
I actually agree.
Cindy nods and goes,
it will be a challenge to find you a place. It might be hard to... You definitely can't afford Endeavor unless you want to live in a closet. Maybe Common.
Are there maybe any employees that need a roommate?
They look at each other again. I suppose we can ask Clover. How are you around children?
Well, she's got at least 7 roommates, right? There's not anyone else?
No. I don't think I want a roommate. What about you, Cindy?
I live with my gold.
My gold? But yes, again, I don't know if she wants a roommate either.
Yeah, I'm good with kids.
Great. I'll ask Clover if you can room with her until we can find you a suitable place. Any other questions?
Like, she probably has, like, a house.
You will absolutely see.
No other questions. I'm just looking forward to getting started and getting to know everyone.
Excuse me, I've got a lot of paperwork to get through.
Yes, Cindy, we'll get out of your hair. Thank you, toodaloo, goodbye. The two of you enter back in the elevator. Odessa presses the lowest button, and you feel the elevator begin to sink downwards. Much slower this time, but you are still passing a number of floors, which you are apparently not given permission to visit to, heading deep into this asteroid. After a moment, there's a ding as the elevator slows to a stop and opens to reveal perhaps the most spectacular room of all. It is a beautiful lounge, comfortable couches, verdant plants, a glass coffee table, a long bar lined with all sorts of liquors. Most impressive, there is a stunning view of the astral sea swirling around you. This observation deck looks to be built into the asteroid itself, like at the very bottom of this tiny asteroid this building sits upon. And it looks out onto the vast vast expanse. The space of beautiful pastel colors, and the inside of this space lit by these like neon crystals casting strange purple, blue, and green light on the space. This faint jazzy music playing in the background.
How is this place built?
Oh, the contracts I had to sign, you wouldn't believe. Let me tell you, this small island is technically outside the jurisdiction of every borough. I got it settled literally on the edge of every single borough. It follows in a tiny, tiny little pocket. So because it falls out of the jurisdiction of other places, I'm able to do all sorts of construction things here. And, yeah, it took some time, but it was expensive.
Wow.
Anyways, this is the underdeck.
Is it just for aesthetics?
No, we often entertain clientele in here, typically used on special occasions, but I suppose technically you could come down here.
All right, well, thank you for showing it to me.
You look out onto the swirling starry sky where nebulous clouds of pastel light spiral and sparkle, these asteroids covered in civilization, floating, chained by these massive anchors to connect and create this large city within this otherworldly plane. What is going through Jass's mind right now?
I'm wondering how I'm going to get home after all of this, and confused about how much time has passed since my party members and I were defeated, wondering if any of the people that I love that I left behind are still alive.
As you're like looking out into this expanse, slowly but surely Odessa's blue tiefling face like comes into view as she like peers around in front of you. How you doing, champ?
Just taking it all in.
It's glorious, isn't it? She takes a breath and a moment to view this vast, strange world. Can you guess why I started Oddjobs?
No one else had started it yet.
Wow, that's actually a fantastic answer. I would switch to it, but I'm never lying. I don't lie, I'm not a liar. So, no, that actually isn't it. It was partially to get back at my ex-wife. But there are many mysteries in the multiverse, Jass. Some that would tear your mind to shreds and sprinkle it over a plate of cosmic spaghetti like low-quality parmesan. But I refuse to be deterred by delicious oblivion. No, to understand the truth of the universe and to continue on is the essence of living. To understand that truth and embody it is to become real. I will imprint my face upon the multiverse so it may never forget my visage.
It kind of seems like you probably already have.
You think so? She looks to you with these like huge puppy dog eyes.
I look in the reflection of where I see the astral sky and then just her huge looming face.
Literally, it's like you look forward and you see her face is right next to you, just like looking at you like, do you think so? Really?
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a successful venture.
I knew it wasn't a mistake to hire you. You are definitely in the running for being my employee of the month.
Just happy to be here. I want to admit something. Since you don't lie, I won't lie to you. I do have a weakness. I'm too nice sometimes.
You know, she gets down low to your level. I saw that in you. I can tell you have a soft heart. You're new to this whole adventuring thing, and I know it's scary. It is.
I'm not.
Is that the first time you've held a weapon?
No.
Wow. I don't believe you, but I appreciate you trying to tell the truth. Listen, you're going to fit in here wonderfully. I can just see it now. You're a star, Jassifer. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the name.
Either's fine.
No, I have to get it right. It's disrespectful to get people's names wrong.
So does Cindaris like being called Cindy?
As you say that, you suddenly hear like a like Klaxon alarm, and all the lights in the room shift to red, and Odessa whips around at the sound. We got one! She grabs you by the collar and dimension doors you.
No!
You consider yourself willing to teleport, correct?
Okay.
You disappear and reappear in the observatory, where the lights are flashing and you see Fetch standing behind one of the computers as like this gyroscopic thing shifts into a position, tapping furiously on a keyboard. Oh wow, 2 jobs in 1 week. This is so exciting. And the doors to the elevator ding open and you watch as first Doc exits, followed by Clover and Sindaris, the 3 of them strolling out, having taken the elevator here, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Like normal people.
Like normal people. Doc goes, how was the tour?
Nice place. Besides the alarms.
Yes, they're quite loud, aren't they?
They are.
You don't get used to it. As the alarms go off, you see Clover like plugging her massive ears. Like this is clearly so painful for her. She's like, God dang it, Fetch, can you turn that thing off? And you see Fetch go, I'm sorry. Just like beep, 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 beep. Like pressing and moving a bunch of levers until finally the alarm goes off. The gyroscopic device locks into place and images begin to swirl and form. Everyone begins to gather around the main desk and sit as the images form, and Fetch begins to read this description. Another job on a material plane, this time in a world called Fial, within the kingdom of Galore. A young dragon named Zuria is terrorizing the village of Stinkin's Gout, destroying their crops, eating their livestock, oh god, and killing anyone who opposes her. You see Sindaris strokes her scaled chin as the scenes of this like black scaled dragon soaring over a farm, exhaling this huge this literally looks like vomiting acid upon these farmers and warriors trying to fire up an air, just like disintegrating them into skeletons as they crumple to the ground.
I check to make sure that my warhammer's at my side. Now we're talking.
Clover looks to you and gives a little smile, a little inspired by that.
By the way, I'm moving in with you.
Oh, what was that? We'll discuss it after. God, we're in the middle of a meeting, you two. And Sindaris goes,
Zuria, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
And Clover leans over and goes, you know this peach? Sindaris nods.
I knew her father. He melted many mortals with his breath. Some say he could burn his way to the core of a planet to destroy it from within. But I believe that was just some tall tale he used to pick up gullible drakes. Last time I saw her, she was but a wormling, barely able to melt a human baby. My, she has grown.
Looks like this peach hasn't fallen far from the tree.
I love that saying. I'm going to adopt that. Peach ain't fall far from the tree. Dang, that sounds good. Fetch is like nervously tapping on the keys and goes, it looks like they pooled the town's finances to hire us to slay the dragon and free them from its tyranny. Odessa goes, and how much was that? And Fetch frantically reading the message again. Including silver and copper, it comes out to about 381 gold. Clover's like, that's outrageous. Defeat a dragon, save a town for 381 gold?
That's nothing. I mean, Clover and I make like 11 gold from that.
Yes, you're never going to pay off your debts with that payment. We'll take the case! He goes, okay, and presses an accept button on it, and you see it like locks into place, and you begin to see, again, like the gyroscope begins to move again, but the images stay. Clover looks to Odessa and goes, any chance we can like hit the hay before we hit the road? I'm as tired as a chocolatier on Valentine's Day, and I'd love to see my kids. You could find a tavern to stay at Stinky Gout or whatever it's called.
Yeah, this dragon seems like it's really actively killing people. I'm hurt too, but...
just...
I don't know if we have time to sleep, really.
Yes, it looks tough down there. Hopefully you'll arrive after that. We'll give a 5-minute delay, and then we'll send you in. Fetch is like, I believe the town was called Stinkin's Gout. And Odessa ignores him and goes, besides, Jessifer doesn't even have an apartment or a bank account to apply to set apartment with. Oh boy, that's going to be a whole mess. This will give Daniel time to process the paperwork and give you some options, and you can discuss the whole moving in together thing if that's what you want to do. And yeah, you can just do that while you slay the dragon.
Perfect. We'll do it on the go. We're not taking that stupid van, are we?
Oh, we definitely are. And by we, I mean you. Best of luck. I have the utmost faith in your success. And remember, And as she says this, so too does the rest of the company, though in varying degrees of enthusiasm. There's no job too odd for us. The assignment is given, the meeting concludes, and you, Clover, and your little ooze friend begin to make your way to the elevator. And that's where we'll end this session.
Woo!
Baby! We are so back. Has anyone told you that we're back?
Oh, you're cooking, Noah. You're cooking.
Thank you. And thank you all so much for listening. Thank you especially to our Eldritch patrons. If you would like to become an Eldritch patron, go to patreon.com/trynottodiepod. At $5, you're going to get access to that afterlife, literally heaven. And you'll be able to listen to the Talkback show where we talk about each arc of this campaign. As you know, we are recording shorter episodes, which means we're going to have one afterlife per arc. But there's also a lot of other content that we're uploading, like recipes, character sheets, you name it, music, all at the $5 tier. And then just for $10, you get the Content Surge, which is, God, like 45 additional full-length episodes.
Ooh, baby. Whenever this is coming out, you probably can listen to the new installment of our Monster of the Week campaign.
Yes!
There's now 4 parts too, and it's very fun, and I am game mastering it, and Noah's a silly little demon, and it's Stardew Valley themed.
I'm so excited. Gang, I'm so excited.
We haven't played it yet, but at the time this comes out, it will exist.
Yes,
and
we're
Noah,
talking the
you
future.
had a great time. You loved it. You had so much fun. I
loved it. You are so good at what you do. You are so good. I'm so proud. I also, of course, want to plug 3 more things, if we're being honest. First and foremost, I gotta plug Bodie at BODIEH. The Magivend is actually something that he has come up with. Now, you obviously didn't get to explore it, but I messaged him and I asked, I was like, I love this. I had bought like the literal physical copy of it that he had made. And I was like, I love this. I have an idea. I want to include this. He has given me permission, but I would be remiss not to send you his way to follow him on Instagram. Check out his art. Literally constantly using those little goblin drawings. So adorable. It
is giving me all of the goblin vibes that I need for this campaign.
And I also, of course, I'm going to plug my Twitch selfishly. Twitch.tv/Noah the Infuriator. Guys, I'm posting lots of YouTube videos now, too, on YouTube. It's good fun. If you want more content and you just want to see me be an idiot online, that's a great way to find that.
Thank you to our wonderful network, Lore Party, which we are a part of. There are many amazing podcasts on their network. Please go check them out. You can see all of their shows on Spotify or on loreparty.com. Thank you, Lore Party.
We love you, Lore Party. What a party it is. The party goes on and on. We are raging.
Festival.
It's a bender, baby. Thank you so much for listening. I think that's the end of today. So I guess until next time, try not to die. All hail our Eldritch patrons! Especially Andrew, Anita, Ashley, Becca B, Bugroots, Colleen, Colin, Ian, Alana, Emily, Grace, Hope, Jacob, James, Jeff, Joey, Karen, Kate, Katie, Leo, May, Morgan, Paige, Patrick, Sahara, Timmy, and of course, our producer Patty, Patrick Bronstetter, and producer Daddies, Drew Bailey, Sam Golden, Becca Mount, and Rose Evelyn Campbell. We thank you for these podcasting powers and promise to raise hell in your names. Till next time, try not to die.